So I definitely think that given how dominant his performances have been, given an advantage, and given the fact that we saw a game, it was one game, but we saw a game yesterday where he got neutered, and it kind of worked out. They almost won, but then they kind of lost.
Well, maybe it's somewhat intentional though, because I think especially in that Magnus series with Skylark, it seemed that they were content not giving as many resources to Alacrity and more interested in making sure that Nico Baby can be the full carry, because even in the laning situation, like, they don't give Alacrity much help. They're just like, you can handle it, we know that you're going to win the mid lane, and you don't really need that much help in the mid game either. You can just do whatever you want. If you find farm, that's great. If you don't find farm, too bad, because we're going to help Nico Baby out.
Yeah, definitely seems like they draft around Nico Baby.
Yeah.
But if they can give Alacrity a nice, 1v1, it's like, well, all the power to you, because you'll tempo control. I know it's a buzzword, but it is important to have a hero that's fighting, that is capable of just like running around, killing people, making the game active.
Is it worth it for the other teams just to invest on ganking Alacrity out?
We haven't seen it yet, so I would like to see it.
We gotta be careful though, because Clutch, I've noticed that they're really good when it comes to reacting to movements. So when they see someone getting ganked, they just go straight TP reactions.
Are they ever?
No. I don't know if I want to call them overreactions, because they've all worked out so far.
I would
but
definitely
they're very
call them overreactions. It's just that both teams overreact though. So
that was so fast. Yeah.
Every single time you look at the minimap, there's just 5 heroes on both teams in one lane, and then the entirety of the rest of the map is completely empty. It's just creeps fighting creeps.
Even the carry is there. It's like, what do you... what?
Yeah.
Bring the whole team?
It's your responsibility to join the team fight. Nobody wants to get a pizza party.
Right.
Yeah.
You said they're only showing up because they don't want to get pinged. They'd rather be hitting creeps, but they don't want to get pinged.
Don't want to get pinged. Getting pinged is pretty bad.
Oh my god, it's quite scary.
I think it was Skylark that said when we did the interview, he said, you don't want to lose those towers. It seems like there's a huge focus in these games on defending the hell out of your towers, basically.
Well, actually, Clutch Gamers actually opted to ban out Trio Protector first, which is a little bit surprising, seeing as how they had fairly good success with it in one of their earlier series.
So they don't have first pick, do they, on Clutch?
They do.
They do have first pick, okay.
So I don't think they would first pick Treant, though.
Yeah, maybe banning the Treant because it's good to pick it with like a duo, like Treant Necro or something like that. And so Wyvern banned, Undying banned.
So no Necro Undying.
Earthshaker banned. Yeah, no Necro Undying. That hero is so good, Undying. The fact that you can just suicide to towers and give basically 0 gold.
But we don't want to see them, so please don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't praise the hero. We don't need it back.
What?
Yeah, Undying is trash, actually. I don't know why anybody would pick that hero.
Alright, waiting for this last
first pick. What do you guys think? First pick, Necro again?
What?
I'm not 100% sure if you would want to first pick Necro, because then they have like a double counter pick. I mean, we've seen it before though. Who am I kidding? Yeah. But you really need to, like, if you're leaving Pugna in the pool and you have you want to pick a Necro, you need to ensure that he has a really good laning phase, because
Weaver ban though.
Right. So probably, I mean, realistically, given it's Clutch Gamers, probably Necro that's going to be picked right now. And then just the only thing is it limits their draft, because they're going to have to pick something really strong to lane with the Necro, because if you're opening yourself up to counters, which you would be doing by first picking the Necro, you have to make sure he has a good early game, because he really isn't countered if he's ahead.
They haven't insta-gibbed it though. They haven't insta-gibbed it, which means they're really considering their options. Maybe they don't want to go for the Necro path, because that's what Lotac has been watching yesterday.
Yeah.
They've been watching all those games, so maybe they know how to deal with the Necro phase if it comes out from Clutch Gamers.
In that Clutch Gamers series where Spartan played Prophet, they had opened with Necro Prophet. So that's
maybe Prophet is okay. So they did go with the Necro.
So what's the partner with this Necro for that second pick? It could be the Nation Prophet again, but
Nyx? No, I don't think so. I think you need a stronger laner. So Nyx Pugna
taken by Lotac.
Pugna. Oh, okay, Lina. All right, okay. I get the Nyx. You do a lot of damage to the Necro. He has high int.
Burn all of his mana.
You burn all of his mana, so he
can't. Because Necro, when you play it, I play a lot of Necro too. I feels like one of the big problem Necro is I don't have enough mana to keep spamming the 8 pulse and stuff.
That means you're not last hitting well. That means you're
stealing kills.
No, I mean when the team fight coming.
If you don't have mana on Necro, you're definitely playing it wrong.
He has small mana pool anyway.
So either you're playing it wrong, or the Nyx is playing really well. One of two things.
Yeah, I mean, if you're against a Nyx, that's definitely a limiting factor. Like if you're against a Nyx, I don't blame you for having no mana, because it's kind of his job to drain your mana. We saw the Nyx yesterday just completely limiting the Necro, who was huge, and it didn't feel like it because he was just totally out of mana the entire time. So they need to pick a really strong laner with him. If this was a pub, I'd say Grimstroke, but it's not. No Grimstroke.
Waiting for the day.
Probably 7.2.
Treant, Wisp, both banned. Ogre would be pretty good.
What's it gonna be? Tiny.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like that one.
That's another strong laner. He's got super high base damage, very hard to trade with like a Tiny and a Necro. One of the worst things with this Necro here, the laning phase, is if you don't have a strong laning partner with you that can just get in the way and make it not worth it for the enemy team to trade with you, is you can zone him, he doesn't get last hits, and then that's when you run into mana issues. That's when you just can't lane. And this hero's not a traditional off laner, like he's a lane dominator. You have to actually have an advantage in the lane to have him be any effect in the game.
I suppose this is what Lotac kind of wants, though, because they don't want to put Alacrity. They don't want to give a hero such as Lina to Alacrity, where it can scale into the late game, is great all throughout most portions of the game. If he's going to take that Tiny instead, Tiny does hit a cap at some point in the game. He's not going to completely scale. Yeah. So I think their solution here is that the way to deal with Alacrity is you give him a hero that doesn't just explode.
Yeah.
Well, there's versatility in the Tiny pick. They don't necessarily have to send
I was going to say, I think...
They had given it to KYXY in a previous series.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a support Tiny just because that's been more of a trend recently.
It's just the thing is, if they put the Tiny versus Lina, it's a good matchup.
It is a good matchup, yeah. So you can blow up the Lina. You should destroy her in last hits. Yeah, it's definitely a good matchup.
You have to wait for the next heroes.
I do like the Tiny support trend though. I like the fact that people have recognized that Tiny really falls off in the late game, and that really all you need is a Blink Dagger, and you're going to have a pretty relatively large impact in the game. You're still going to be blowing up that one hero that you want to blow up. It kind of feels like, you know, the Echo Saber, the Shadow Blade. These things aren't really necessary for blowing up that one hero you want to blow up.
Yeah, it's
like,
luxury.
Yeah, exactly. It's luxury. It's luxury. Like, you want to blow up Alina, you want to blow up like a Winter Wyvern. These heroes that are probably going to die to the toss combo anyway. So why not just throw it on support? The only thing is, it's a little wonky in the laning phase because high mana costs, and it's not as bad as it used to be. But it's we've seen some like ridiculous Tiny performances, especially in King's Cup NA. There's been a lot of Tinies running around being very useless.
All right. So
all right.
Okay,
we got the sisters. All
right. Okay.
Nature's Prophet.
Very nice. I kind of like that Nature's Prophet pick, to be honest.
I actually thought they were going to second pick the Nature's Prophet just because we've seen such a favor on this hero as a 5-roll.
Yeah. I
mean, Spartan has played it amazingly, and he ran around feeding and stuff, and it's funny to watch. But really, his impact in that game was tremendous. Like split pushing waves, getting wards down, even dying as a 5-roll is perfectly acceptable because it gives you information on where the enemy team is. So it's like your life doesn't matter all that much as a 5-roll. It really feels like, if played well, this hero is one of the best 5-rolls that's ever been in Dota, just because of how much you can do with nothing.
Now the thing here is, how does Lotac deal with the Nature's Prophet? Do they just directly approach Nature's Prophet and say, okay, we have someone consistently pushing the lanes, maybe you go for a Spectre that's always in lane, always pushing out the lanes? Because we saw yesterday, if you leave the Nature's Prophet to do whatever he wanted, you might be winning the game, but every single lane is consistently pushed in. So where are you going to make those movements if you just leave the Natures as is? Like, do they have someone with global presence? Do they maybe bring in Tinker just to consistently push out the lanes? Do you have someone such as maybe if they're looking for an offlaner, a Bat Rider to chase the Nature's Prophet? Because you saw him yesterday when he would TP into the lanes. He never would directly TP into the lane. He would TP into the tree line. He would scout it out first to see if it was safe. Yeah. Once they had the vision of where everyone was, that's when he would push. And no one would be there to react to him.
That's why it kind of feels like this hero is the perfect 5-roll, because you don't really want to commit your carry pick to countering a 5-roll, you know? It's like, it's such a huge commitment to just a guy that is... He doesn't really need to have a huge impact to win the game. He doesn't need to get any farm. It doesn't matter if you kill him. So it's really, really awkward, and I totally understand why SEA teams really love this hero. It's just in NA, if people pick Nature's Prophet, it's usually to like teleport into the enemy fountain, buy back, teleport there with couriers, and then do it again.
Thoughts on the Terrorblade?
I'm not a massive fan of this against the Necrophos. If you lane like the Tiny Necro versus the Terrorblade, he'll have a really awful early game, but we've seen the Terrorblade, the game goes late, you just win. It's kind of like the Spectre of this patch. It's like the Spectre PL. Counters both of those heroes, so it's kind of more favorable than both of those heroes. I like the Terrorblade. It's good against Nature's Prophet too. I don't think that's what he's going to be laning against.
Lots.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
That is just for Terrorblade, and also the chain spells of all the spellers of Team Lotac impact very hard on the silencer. But do you think picking a silencer will make them kind of lack of the reliable stunners?
I think they know that their lanes are so much better than Lotac that they're not even too concerned. Like, if it comes to late game, then sure, you have Global, but Silencer, even with the last word nerf in 7.19D, is still an exceptionally strong laner. No one can deal with the treants in the laning phase on Lotac at all. Crystal Maiden's going to get eaten alive. Terrorblade has some armor to deal with it, but he's not going to be able to drive it off, and if you get pure damage from the Glaives of Wisdom from Silencer, then even Terrorblade's not going to be able to stand up with that with his tiny HP pool. So I think Clutch gamers are just like, yeah, you can pick a late game Terrorblade, you maybe have some push with the Lina and Terrorblade, but your laning phase is going to be so trash that you're not even going to be able to get into this game.
I'm a little worried with picking Natures and Silencer. Like, they don't really have a great roaming 4-roll right now. And I think both these heroes are
I mean, they could just make the tiny on KYXY.
They could, but then they're doing like a core Prophet or core Silencer, which is terrible. Like this draft feels like they could get really Trump picked right now by like a single pick. Let's see. So
their lineup is mainly spellcasters.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like the Silencer's gonna feed.
Is there any reason why you don't like the Core Nature's Prophet? Because they don't really have the.
I don't like the Core Nature's Prophet because I think he basically does all of the same things that you would want him to do as a core, as a support. I think that items on him very slightly increase his effectiveness in the game. You pick up an Orchid and it's just about around the same time that people get Yule Scepters and stuff like that. The hero's like a complementary hero, so if your team is feeding, you can't carry the game. You really need to have a snowballing lead to carry the game if your team is not having a good lane. Like, let's say you have an offlane Tiny or something, your team is feeding and you're huge on Tiny, you can completely 1v5 and carry the game, you know?
And last pick, Morphling for Clutch gamers. Okay, so the only hero that's new on the field for Clutch is the Silencer. Everything else we've more or less seen. Yeah.
It's strange to see just two. I'm not a huge fan of picking 2 5-rolls. You just in Dota, you kind of need a balance of things. You need some tanky guy to run in, you need some pick off. They call it reach these days. Like, there's all these different things that you want in a draft, and I really think having a support that has some aggressive potential is rather than just like, oh, we're gonna beat you in lanes, is really good. You open yourself up to some Alchemist pick. Obviously, with these heroes, there's probably not gonna be an Alchemist, but you're picking 2 very defensive laning 5-roll heroes.
And the Lotac.
Into a last pick.
Well, I saw you lost with Lotac just now.
No, I won with Lotac. What are you talking about?
You won?
He
I won, yeah.
I didn't know.
Did it sound like I was losing? I was getting hyped, dude.
Actually, you did sound like you were losing at some point.
Oh, come on. That's because it's NA pubs, man. Everything's crazy. There's so many emotions and...
So many things happens, right?
A lot of things happen. Some things are bad, some things are good, and... You know, it's like in this game, I see a Lotac pick, and I'm getting excited.
So who's playing who? I can't see because my glasses aren't good enough, apparently.
Ohio playing some Lotac. Raven playing some TB. Chu Yuan on the Lina.
Oh, we gotta let's do the intro inside then.
Do we have to do the intro?
Well,
Every
of course.
Single time.
Are we gonna do it the same way that we've been doing it yesterday? The whole top down, or what?
We gotta stick to the script, you know. That's
how about we switch?
Part of the
me
script.
First, and then you, and then
we can't do that. It's tradition. The thing is, you build. It's like not waking up on Christmas morning and opening up gifts. Like,
not.
you can't. It's tradition.
No.
Okay, tradition is really important to me as a
like
citizen of Trump's America today. Yeah. You know, it's all about tradition in this country. I'm Canadian, by the way. I was just joking. Okay. So.
Oh my God.
What did you do in the bathroom so long?
Wow.
We were waiting.
You think all this comes easy? You think I just wake up looking like this fresh?
Did you trim your beard?
Of course.
Oh, shoot.
Some of us were actually thinking you may have like fallen asleep in the tub because you woke up and you sounded pretty
got a
awful.
routine.
Yeah, he keeps saying, "Hey, the guy's just falling."
I was pretty tired. So by the end of day 1, I had been awake for 30 hours.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
I mean, for
that is
not
something.
being able to allow to say any spell.
What was that crispy noise that I just
Sounded
heard?
to me like
It's
a Monster Energy.
My crispy noise.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
What is that you're drinking?
What do you mean? What is that I'm drinking?
Can you
It's my favorite flavor so far.
how does that taste?
It tastes amazing. I had it yesterday. It's amazing. It's non-carbonated. I didn't know they did non-carbonated drinks. Too many syllables.
Yeah, well, Monster Energy
Ooh.
has the non-carbonated drinks for sure. They have
So we
they have
got-
something for everybody.
Hmm.
Like, what
You
come on,
mean
man.
non-carbonated drink that doesn't give you the feeling that it's kind of full in a tummy or something, right?
It's true.
It's not so
Some of us don't want gas. No.
great.
What if you want gas?
If you
What if
want
you
gas,
want
I
to-
mean, be my guest. Just let me know beforehand so I can leave.
Oh, come on. Farts are funny. Farts are so funny, dude.
It's not funny when it smells.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's way funnier. I don't know what they teach
Oh
you
my
guys in your
God.
countries, but in Canada, farts are hilarious. Let me tell you, dude, if there's a drink that I could drink that would give me some explosive farts, I would.
It's right next to you.
The Monster Energy?
On that side.
It's good advertising. If you want explosive farts, drink some Monster Energy. Okay, so we got a game. We have a draft.
It unpaused.
It sounded like there was a pause, but we're unpaused.
We're unpaused.
So let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys.
So it is going to be Skylark actually on the Necrophos.
Okay.
Don't know how you feel about that. It's
Comfortable. He's the offlaner, right?
yeah, but I think initially you were considering Necrophos to be like what, almost one position.
I was thinking as the offlaner.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know who's gonna lane with him. Whether it's
Looks
gonna
like
be.
it's going to be KYXY Silencer.
All right, let's do.
That's a weird lane because usually you want some hero to like tank for the Necrophos. If they're not out harassing the opponents, they're gonna get crushed in that lane.
Oh dear, we got some problems
Well,
here with
TB is
Spartan.
going to be getting.
Yeah, unfortunately, TB does like nothing
yeah,
in lane.
exactly. So as long as they cut his creep wave and the metamorphosis, which is what Clutch Gamers has been doing pretty
They
much
love,
every
they
game,
love that. Yeah.
then I don't think a Maiden plus TB are going to be able to withstand.
I don't know, dude. I've seen Maiden do some crazy things with like double nukes and.
But you got to heal. You got death pulse to
It's true. It's true.
deal with that somewhat.
I have seen some fives do some crazy stuff with that hero though. It's I know she's been nerfed, but she is one of those few heroes that you would pick as a safe lane support and actually win the safe lane. Most safe lanes lose. That's how it's been for
Yeah.
quite some time now. But that's one of the few heroes.
I mean, she'll win the safe lane, and she'll also hopefully help win all the other lanes because Lena's going to be spamming spells.
Yeah.
Leshrek's going to be spamming spells. Nick
Oh, yeah.
Sesson is going to have the ability to actually spam
Oh, is
mana burn.
this a Lesh off lane or is this a Lesh 4?
Ohio, I think Ohio was on the Lesh. If I'm not
What is he?
mistaken.
What does Ohio play?
Offlane.
All right, dude. This is what I played this morning, man.
Did you
Oh,
win?
sweet. Did I win? Yeah, dude, I won.
Oh, okay.
I was crushing it, man.
Oh, bonkers analyst, best analyst.
It was bonkers.
I don't know.
All right,
Apparently the best analyst.
We gotta find out who that guy is.
Yeah.
the game started, guys. First game of the day. Lotac versus Clutch Gamers. So, do we still want to do some intro?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It's tradition. All right, starting.
Outside first, SS Spartan on Nature Prophet.
Nico baby. Oh god damn it.
Tsunami.
Oh,
I was trying.
I'm so sorry.
Nico baby Morphling.
Alacrity on the tinny.
What? What was that? Say
Tinny.
it again.
Alacrity on tinny.
Sorry, say that again.
Alacrity
Uh huh.
on the tinny.
Sorry, say that. No. That doesn't sound right. Say it again.
Are you making fun of my Canadian accent?
Yeah.
I didn't know Australians were so racist towards Canadians, man.
I'm sorry. This is what we learn in prison. KYXY is playing on our silencer for today.
Skylark on Necrophos.
Yamata on Crystal Maiden.
Ohio on the off-lane Leshrac invented by Jenkins Dota.
We have AU playing on the Nyx Assassin.
And Raven on Turblight.
And Trion on the mid lane.
I always pronounce that Shiyun.
Well, I went based off Danelie's pronunciation.
It's not Yon, really.
Then what is it?
Yeah, it's Shiyun.
Shion?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
That is such a mouthful.
Shion.
Shiyun.
Welcome to Asia. We've got a lot of names got to pronounce properly.
All right. Seems like they
getting
just
bullied.
want, they want to go for like 3 body
Crystal
rooms.
Is
Maiden.
Yamate just dead?
Clutch gamer. Yeah, that's quite slow. Yamate moving around with only 277
She's
speed.
got-
Is he legit dead?
She's got 3.
Oh, that skull's coming. The
Yeah.
miss,
well-
though.
Is he? Oh, what?
That
one more?
miss.
Got away. Got away.
I feel
Oh.
I feel like it's almost better to just not kill her because she has 3
Okay.
tango.
Yeah,
She
but
has-
plus 2.
KYXY
Or-
could kill her.
Plus 2.
He could just kill
oh,
her.
the
here.
+2 is definitely good. He's not.
It- Is it happening? Oh!
Nope. Nope.
Oh my god. Don't.
Jenkins.
Well, guys, when we always see the chasing, 4 body runes has been picked by Lotac.
True. That
Yeah.
is true.
Raven knows that he can push his advantage because
Meta.
And because the silencer was...
And now Raven knows he can no longer push an advantage.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden walked all the way back to base, but that's okay. Let's see if she does any shopping. She's got 200 gold thanks to 4 bounty runes. So.
Oh no, looks like Spartan in big trouble. He blocked himself in among the trees and now kind of stuck in an impale. Fall out with Lotac. Split turret.
Oh,
my
God.
What a player.
Not bad.
Attack speed.
What a bait. Oh, he TP to the tower too,
Yeah,
so
he had a salve.
Oh, was he going to get stunned again?
Yeah.
The damage between the Nyx stun and the Lotac stun is actually ridiculous. It sucks that they're both skill shots, though.
Yeah.
You actually have to be good to play this lane. So.
I mean, they're professionals after all.
That is true.
Yeah, but the people they're playing against are professionals also.
Right. I don't know if that makes it that much harder.
Alacrity versus Lina in the middle lane seems to be Lina lane right here with 7 CS already, 3 denies. Alacrity only got 3.
Yeah, dude, maybe I was wrong about this matchup. I feel like Tiny just blows Lina up. Are people not starting Tree or something?
I think he got true at one.
Did Alacrity play the Tiny yesterday? I thought Alacrity mostly played the Lina.
Alacrity played the
in
Lina,
matchup.
Yeah, it was KYX
and he destroyed the. Maybe I'm just wrong about the matchup. It's a.
It might also be him just not being comfortable playing Tiny versus Lina, because again, it's also down to player preference.
That's true. That's true. I feel like that's one of the matchups that would really depend on if you're really good with the hero. You know, getting like a last hit or 2 last hits or something with the avalanche plus stunning the hero would be some like effective harass. But there's all of these like little things that these mid laners know to do in the different matchups to win the matchup.
Oh no, this seems to be a man fight right there. Light Strike Razor is connected. Alacrity, maybe Dragon Slave. No.
No, wow.
Did that not hit him, or was it just really low damage?
I think it's level 1.
Yeah, he's 1/1/1, so it just does nothing. Damn, dude.
It's okay.
Dude, Alacrity's got to be real careful.
Opportunity to spam.
Yeah, I love to see on top lanes KYXY is trading Yamate HP. These 2 guys trading so hard right from the start, just like they are trading some fruits or something. Well,
Lina's got to be real careful. Oh, nice stun.
Okay, is this the time that Alacrity could be in trouble?
Pop the tank goes already.
Oh,
It's
I
1
think
hit
he's
away,
dead.
and that's the first blood for Xiyuan. Is that kind of risky play?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he like kind of wanted to go to base and he was just like, screw it, you know, I'm gonna go for a kill. If I die, I can't just stand here with no regen. Which he actually came back to lane with no regen. He has a mango and a full wand in the mid lane against Alina, and no regen whatsoever.
Oh my god, Skylark.
Yeah, top lane. Yamate. They pulse. Now this time.
Oh, that's an easy regen right there, dude. Look at that.
Silencer was out of the AoE. Raven was
Sassified.
protecting his maiden's int and zoning out the silencer.
Thank you for being a part of the company. The Necroforce company.
Skylark has been doing a really good job at using his nuke to both get last hits and to harass. It's like one of the things that if you...
Oh, bottom lane wave forward for the first time in this game on Ohio. Nice stun gun.
Did you feel that, Jenkins?
I felt that. That nuke does so much damage at level 1. It's actually ridiculous. 100. No, not that one. The other one. Yeah, there you go.
Meanwhile, in the middle, teleported down. First time. Visit by SS Spartan and Xiyuan.
I've actually seen Nature's Prophet intentionally picked against the Lina mid because it's one of the heroes that at almost any point in the game, if you TP on her, you will kill her. And I know she can stun out of the trees, but then she's stunning out of the trees and doesn't have the stun.
That's what I was thinking. You don't really want to stun out of the trees.
So it's like you just TP and put trees on her, and she just dies to right clicks because she's so squishy.
5-minute rune fights. Strap in.
They have to get
let's
the body
go,
back.
rune fight!
Now KYXY and again surrounded by Yamate, getting body block, getting frost on the feet. KYXY, that Crystal Nova, sorry, comes out. Nice comes in by Skylark to save him and scare the foes away.
Dude, no one ever uses Ghost Shroud for the slow. Not that it would have probably made any difference there. It's
it's like
6% at level 1.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Back
but
to the bottom
still.
lane, some action happening here. Ohio getting blocked by the small Triana. Down by Adaptive Strike once again.
Man, that's gotta hurt though. That's the second time he's died within the span of about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's got to walk back now. See if TP.
Nico
He's
maybe
chilling
seems
he's
so
chilling in
comfortable
TP.
with the Morphling.
It's 1 second off.
Okay. He's waiting for it. We've seen quite a few Morphlings in the
waveforms inside once again. Another Treant doing work, and now that
the
is killing
damage
spree
is
for
insane.
the Depth Strike.
Nico is out
Well,
of
but
control.
look at Nico level. Is I'm sorry, the HP is only 400.
So okay, 64. Okay, so it does nearly 200 damage as an 80 mana cost nuke at level 1.
Yep.
That's actually like aggressively unacceptable.
Lockdown once again in
How
the
much
Sprout for
damage that
Ohio.
does.
And now burning mana at Spartan to fall back to bit, waiting for Nico to come in. But no, Nico just gonna stay safe behind the creep line.
Lena's coming into the bottom lane.
Look out. There's an invis.
Oh no, it's 3v2 now.
Do you really want
It's time to
Spartan?
release a light strike array on SS Spartan.
No,
Come on.
I don't know if you
Level
do.
6. Oh no. Didn't even do it. Laguna
Straight
Blade.
Laguna.
in
Who
order to
cares
finish him
about
off.
that though?
Yeah.
Like who cares?
It's
You
support
100% go for the Morphling who's dominating there, right? Like he's crushing.
And they have 3 stuns. There's no way he should be able to get off
That's-
Morphagy.
That is definitely a mistake. Like that is a
On top,
huge
TB
opportunity.
not looking good in a coma now, trying to walk back to the hospital. Nope. Oh man, you know, staying in lanes with Skylarks, I really hate that skills. Stopper Aura, but I love it when I play Necrophos too.
Do you go for the level 2 in Heartstopper? The value point?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's good.
Why not?
It more than doubles it at level 2.
I mean, Skylark played defensive. He took Ghost Shroud.
Once you got level 2, will you go level 3?
Once I get level 3, I'll go level. Once I get level 4, sometimes I'll go level 2 in the aura. Because the scaling on it is just great.
I mean, it's percentage based, and Terrorblade doesn't really have that much HP.
Yeah, you know, against Terrorblade, it's not that great. But if you're against some like Tiny or something,
Oh, yeah,
it's,
Tiny
it's
is amazing.
super good.
Or like a Centaur.
Yeah, oh
It's the
god, yeah.
business.
Yeah, it's amazing.
8 minutes part, leading on a network right now is Necrophos, and the Morphling. Seems like the Clutch Gamer is still doing good job.
Laning phase is in complete shambles for
Bots.
Lotac.
Ji-Yun.
Takes it.
Oh,
Ooh,
right
nice
in front
stun,
of
though.
Ji-Yun. That was calculated by Ji-Yun. However, he
Body
Oh, the
blocks.
blocks!
Yep.
No!
almost getting locked down in the Sprout and
She had
also the small Treants.
3 stacks of Fiery Soul. She
Diving in
just
on
be
top
able to
lane. Look at
outspeed.
that. And knows that Raven doesn't 6 yet. So no Sunder. It's time to go here. It's time to kill him before he got a Sunder. But somebody teleported down. It's going to be Lina. Ji-Yun getting to a tree line. It was 3v1. Laguna Blade to finish the Skylarks off.
Yeah, he had no choice. He had 13 wand charges, but if he goes Shrouds, then he's just going to take even more damage from the Laguna Blade combination.
It's always such an awkward call when
yeah,
you're.
I know. You're like, I really want to plus W. I swear to God, if I get out of this stun.
I think it's actually worth it most of the time though. It just feels really awkward.
Yeah.
But it's actually worth it.
Okay, YXY. Back to the top. Raven. Having such a rough time, even though he didn't down once, but always get harassed by Clutch Gamers players.
He leveled Sunder at 6. I don't know if he thought that he might have died, but...
Oops. The bottom lane is Nico Baby. Back to the top, diving him again. Raven, keep on diving. Are they a skydiver or something? Kinda daredevil.
Ghost
Because
Shroud wand.
Ghost Shroud one comes here. Won't be that.
Man, he still hasn't wanted. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Is that a good trade? No.
That's
No.
super greedy. I don't know. I mean, like, I understand why he didn't, because he was like, oh, I'm going to get this Crystal Maiden kill. I'm going to get tons of regen after she dies. But it's still a meta Terrorblade. You don't really, I mean, like, I don't know. He should have probably wanted.
18 armor on a Terror
Ooh, nice dodge.
And now
Doesn't
he's
even
ready to
matter,
go
though.
for another kill. It's
This bottom lane, anyone that steps down here just gets insta-give by Nico Baby.
God,
Nico
why?
Baby's out of control.
By a Morphling too. That does not bode well
He's
for
level
you.
9.
Yeah.
He's level 9 and he's going for Lincoln's first, so the most farmed hero on Lotac, which is Tron, means that he can't Yule's combo the Morphling.
Yeah, I was gonna say really the only hero that seems like he can take down the Morphling is the Lina out of some Yule's combo or Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
But with the Lincolns, even if you get them in the Shadow Blade, it doesn't matter.
Something's just gonna happen on top lane. This is waiting for the arrival of the Alacrity, and then the Native Prophet will teleport down behind. And here comes the Native Prophet. He's kind of stuck in there though, but he's just gonna break all the trees with a Sprout.
Oh.
Someone gave AU a cookie. That was a great impale.
That was a great toss.
Yeah, no, if Scythe was up, that would have been amazing, but it's still on cooldown.
AU stays in the tree line. It's time to take down this tower. Easy tower, it seems. Growing, and yep, got the first tower in the game for Clutch Gamers. Maybe going for the bottom tower too.
Yeah, Tron is down in this bot lane. He's like, where the hell does this Morphling go? My Laguna Blade's up. I want to kill somebody.
It's always so awkward when you make that rotation and the carry has just moved on. Yeah. I mean, he's so huge that he can actually contribute to fights though. So
yeah.
he can play with his team and actually do damage. He has no reason to just AFK farm right now.
Vendetta next.
And then Skylark TPs to the bot lane. He's playing the dead lane.
Could they catch Nico right now?
Yeah, I think they can.
That would be a huge kill with the Vendetta.
I don't think they have the mana for the combo on Chuyan though.
Yeah, they would definitely need to Laguna.
Oh, that was close. AU. Now let's take a look in the middle. It's the Lotac, Ohio, gone.
Lotac has honestly felt so squishy ever since they changed how the stats work. Like that strength heroes get way more strength and how int heroes don't.
Yeah.
And the int heroes no longer have the magic resist that comes from the int. It comes from strength now. So it's like Lotac is so burstable. So is Lina.
That's why I thought there would be more of a transition to more frequent Bloodstone builds, but people still don't really like it.
I agree. Like some sort of stat items at least.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple of bracers. I've even seen Lotrax go for treads. You just have very low mana if you do that.
Still the same problem, no detections, but however, there's a sentry over there.
Scythe.
Kind of stuck in a sentry
Oh,
zone.
what a thunder!
Thunder. Very well played by Raven to giving away his HP in order to save his teammates.
Kind of sucks that it's on a 2-minute cooldown though, but he saves his Nyx from being dead for like 40 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really want to fight with TB anyway. He wants to
Right.
hit creeps.
And no one's really invading his jungle. Last time we had said that typically Clutch Gamers like to, at this well, it hasn't hit 15
10 minutes, then just go into the
At
jungle.
15 minutes, they straight up invade the jungle. And this is a similar situation. Raven is...
And not so many sentries today.
Oh, they'll come.
Soon,
they'll
it'll
come.
come.
They're against a Nyx assassin. It'll definitely come soon.
You know why it's so hard to invade a TB's jungle? Because he's constantly pushing the lanes out with his illusions. So you can't even invade his jungle without smoking. Otherwise, you're just scouted by the creep waves.
That's more of like a mid-late game thing.
It is.
The early game, he needs his conjure images.
It
to
is.
farm.
I'm just kind of complaining about how like OP the hero is.
Yeah.
Like he can sit in the jungle while also applying pressure to lanes without
Seems
putting
like
himself in
everyone
any
just
danger.
gonna invade on the bottom lane
Oh,
fight.
the
And they
CAU,
foul
he
each
gets
other
hit.
first. And Light Strike Array and Laguna Blades already comes out. It is spawned and trying to get away with the teleport, but died because of Crystal Nova. Tower is still there, only around 300 HP. They might force the push again. No?
God, the old classic invest literally everything you have in defending all of your towers strat. Works every time.
Both the carries are pretty content with this. They're like,
They
"All
are,
right,
yeah.
you know, you guys duke it out over the lands."
14 minutes, Lincoln Spheres already for Nico Baby.
Lina gets treads. I love that. I'm so sick of people going phase boots. They suck on ranged heroes now. You don't even get the instant turn rate anymore on ranged heroes.
Yeah, that's true.
The speed is so slow.
Use Scepter,
Dude,
very nice
Nico
setup,
Baby.
and then, yep, just a buffet for his teammates.
Spartan was trying to set up. Nico Baby was in the area and was like, all right, let's go invade their jungle. It's 15 minutes. and
Nico
find a kill."
Baby just ran into 3 guys of Team
They can't
Lotac.
kill him.
Almost got hit by a Light Strike Array, and he dodged that one. Alacrity with a haste rune trying to go in, looking for retaliation. But might get caught instead.
Really, the only way they can kill the Morphling now is if Nyx leads with an impale. That's the only thing that they can do.
Yeah.
Maybe Vendetta in the middle lane. Avalanche told, but he didn't know the next assassin is around. Here comes the global silence. One down in the river already. Maybe two. Unstoppables already for Nico Baby. And it's time to take down the mid tier 1 tower too. Leading by the Trian. Trying to kill all the army by the light cycle ray. Shi Yuan might goes around. But it was only 2 guys of Team Lotac standing there.
It's such a nice timing to go for those kills around the siege creep.
Coming from behind, Ucepta. Light Strike Array connected.
Lina.
Morph Lina. And
we got Scythe
60
too.
seconds.
That level 2 Scythe?
That hurts so much.
1 minute.
You're dead for 60 seconds. You lost 2 and you're going to lose a tier 2 tower.
Clutch Gamer seems like they have...
That's the power of going for a play like that right on the siege wave, is that if you kill them again, you just get the next tower. I mean, with the Scythe too, the Lina's never going to be alive in time.
And Raven's
2 towers and 2 kills for Clutch Gamers.
And they're going top. SSA Spartan rotates.
Seems like this is the first time. Oh, AA Spartan.
No stuns.
Raven, yeah, no stun. You can just easily TP out. Take a look at the Turbo Blade right now.
Look out. Oh, can he dodge it? Can he dodge it?
Oh man, he didn't even take the illusion
he
rune.
doesn't.
Well, Shroud comes out trying to heal himself, but only for around 1 second.
Hood Blink Dagger build on the Necro. So he's definitely relying on his Tiny getting some sort of setup, or Spartan getting some sort of setup.
Yeah, definitely a good Hood game.
Yeah.
Blink, yeah, I mean, Blink is definitely good as well.
His Morphling's so huge, I think that he can get away with it.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to go for the damage.
Right.
He's comfortable with the Morphling just carrying. He can just be a Scythe, you know.
Hell of damage coming out from TB, taking down the bomb tower real quick. Meanwhile, the
Spartan.
Oh my God, Spartan!
Coming in a little bit too deep, trying to do some objectives.
I mean, these sentry wards aren't going to place themselves,
right?
right?
Right.
Oh no, they're onto him. Lotac counters out the sentry ward. And gets the observer ward.
There's just like... there must be a ward here. Oh my God,
I think only one reason that the teams are putting a lot of wards, sentry wards or observer wards, it's now 6 minutes.
Yeah, they got the money.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
It's 6 minutes.
So the thing is, if you put a sentry ward down, chances are, eventually somebody will put a goddamn ward there.
It's so long, yeah.
It's like it'll pay for itself, honestly. I mean,
or
maybe
in this
not.
game, eventually a Nyx assassin will walk into
it. Exactly.
A lot of sentry wards here and there.
It's still 0 towers claimed by Lotac. They can't push past the river.
Although it's still relatively close, surprisingly.
I mean, they're still farming pretty okay on both the Terrorblade and on Alacrity as well. So they haven't completely fallen behind.
Although I think I'd prefer to be the Morphling team just because you know your hero counters the Terrorblade. So like the Terrorblade's farming, but you have a counter to him already. You just morph into him and become a better him.
Yeah.
Lotac, AU. Smoke for 3 guys trying to find
this
someone
would be
in
such
their
a
own.
huge kill.
Yeah,
he's sitting on a sentry though. They see
oh God!
Impale that you ordered to stop and then stop with another. A lot of spells, a Laguna Blade to finish him. Its 6 kill streak ended, and it was around 500 gold earned for Laguna.
God, that timing
Lina
was so unfortunate for him. TP's out. He has a sentry there, so if he doesn't use that TP, he's just fine. He was sitting on the sentry. It was just the most unfortunate possible timing. That was quite unlucky. Leshrac building up some tanky items. That's definitely the play.
I mean, that's the only thing he can really do at this point. He's just been bursted down.
He could also feed though. He could just not do this and then feed. That's an adequate play.
Even transitioning into utility wouldn't be too bad here.
Yeah,
getting a Spirit Vessel would be a good step in.
I think as an offlane Leshrac, that's definitely like super acceptable, especially because it makes you tanky as well. He is definitely doing the utility build. I think he's building an Atos, so yeah, he's going all in on the utility. Oh, he's going Bloodstone now.
See someone's already AU. Got an eye on KYXY.
Could they force that
calling
global?
out for his teammate. Vendetta coming out soon. They have to do it now, unless.
No, he just wanted to see if he was
going to Impale.
He wanted to see if he was going to go for the 20-minute bounty.
He's going to get pinged by his teammates, that's for sure.
And somebody get killed in the river. It was Jamate.
Oh boy, Spartan died again. Like every time he's on camera, he dies. But every time he's on camera, he's also placing a sentry ward. So he's got that going for him.
Clutch are definitely missing one of their timings. I think Morphling dying randomly in the top jungle has kind of thrown a wrench in their plans because Tiny had completed his Blink Dagger, Necro has his Blink Dagger completed. Usually you have so much control and the enemy team should just be in absolute fear, but all these random picks here and there, Spartan getting picked so he can't like find the vision information, Morphling getting picked so he can't be the anchor. Clutch gamers are slowing down, and as a result, Lena's managed to finish BKB.
I think Terrable's getting to the point too where Tiny can't just smoke and Avalanche toss him and kill him.
Oh no!
Although they're looking to do just that.
Tiny.
Is there anyone behind him?
Coming in and looking for the Terrorblade, trying to hide in a tree line. Maybe Avalanche torch. No.
Oh, so
Too
close.
late.
I mean, Tiny can't do it himself, but I guess that's also why Necro went for this Blink Dagger, so both of them put together can guaranteed scythe down.
Like one more item though, and TB doesn't die to their combos.
That's true.
Like I mean, they had the morph to fall back on, like you said. They're losing a bit of their snowball when he dies, but I feel like in retrospect they want to smoke earlier with the Tiny to take out the Terrorblade because you know he's jungling the whole time.
Guys, they are up to something. This is first actually like a third time big smoke coming out from Team Lotac, and every time that Lotac do a smoke, there will be a blood happen. The Raven. They might see KYY first. Here comes the global silence and all the spells on that Yamate.
I think you're happy with that, even if you don't kill him. It's just wasting
the global. It was a big wrap.
Yeah, Yamate first one goes down, and here comes the team fight coming out from the sideway. It's Raven, finished off one already. He's trying to fall back to the high ground, maybe walk back to the tower, getting locked down in Sprout. Fighting right out of Sprout, just like right out of Compton. Ohio is dead. Look at that, Ohio in the middle, not dead yet, but dealing damage though, dying in the end anyway. It's forward for the Lotac.
God, I thought that was so good for Lotac, but I didn't see the wraparound that was happening at the exact same time. You honestly want them to walk into your silencer because then he just uses global, and then since you're wrapping around, you just utilize the global to take that fight, and then they kill the silencer who already used the global. So who cares, you know?
Lotac, they did this interesting maneuver. Like they wanted to go onto the silencer, right? But then they thought, you know, is it safe to go up high ground? Because I saw the hesitation in the Lina.
Yeah,
he didn't want to go up high ground. And then unfortunately, he dies while also using his first BKB charge.
Right.
He got stuck with the Avatar's combo. I think it was like 1/5 of his HP.
I'm sorry, they might commit once again. The AU get locked down here. It seems like Clash Gamer don't want to go for one more round. Shiyuan killing all the creep waves, trying to push the creep waves out. Now finally AU come back in the Vendetta, aiming for the Danger Prophet. He's trying to go back and regroup with his teammates. Turn on the ultimate for the Yamate, dealing decent damage though. Walking back, Spartan high himself in the tree line, coming up from the sideway, jumped in with Avalanche Torch, get rid of Yamate, but can they get rid of that? No, it's Spartan. Falls off on the range, a long range from that Chiyuan. I forgot the name of Ohio. I kind of choked on that.
It's okay. Well, it's not a great exchange for Clutch Gamers, but at the same time, Lina has burned through yet another BKB charge, and this is a very recent BKB. It's down to 8 seconds already, but they get the Necro, so things could be worse, but Morphling is becoming increasingly more difficult to deal with.
When he gets a Scotty, he's going to be...
He's actually going Manta style, actually.
Oh.
I'm a little bit surprised by that.
I mean, I think eventually he'll get a Scotty.
Yeah.
The Manta's really good because if he steals the meta and then just uses the Manta...
Yeah, that's true.
He's just going to be Terrorblade, essentially. He's gonna do a lot of damage. I mean, he's already being such a problem for this Lina in these fights. Both of these carries are getting to the point where it feels like there's gonna need to be some huge commitment to kill either of them, and that's kind of when you want to focus everybody else in the fights. You want to blow up the silencer, which looked good in the previous fight. You want to blow up the Shrek, the Crystal Maiden, the Nyx, and then
I think the Shrek, yeah, is kind of bigger threat.
He built into these tanky items though, so he's actually kind of hard to kill. So
then how if you don't aim him first, it's gonna let him like
he'll kill everybody. Yeah. I think let's see what other sort of disable do they have. I mean, they could global and then kill. I mean, global just screws up how you want to fight in general because under the global, you can basically kill anybody you want without being punished for it because the enemy team literally can't cancel spells.
Well,
so if they global, who's the best person to kill?
They've got Terrorblade with a Manta style, they've got Lina with a BKB, and Leshrax's going for a BKB, so they're going to have ways to deal with the global.
So presumably you would just global and kill the Lina then?
Hopefully, before she gets her BKB
because she can actually get bursted, and then the other heroes can't help her. If you global and try to kill the Terrorblade, he will tank all of the spells, survive, Manta style, and then just sunder somebody. Yeah. So like you can't blow him up. He definitely gets focused last. They will probably want to CC his illusions with Avalanche, but not really focus him.
38 armor in total for that Terrorblade with 65% physical resist on him, 29% medical resist for Terrorblade. And he's such a frontliner.
29%. Oh, from the strength.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like a lot, 4%, especially when you consider that it's not just like additive. You know, it doesn't just take the percentage that you get from strength and add it to the 29. That's a percentage of the 75% that's left.
One of the things that I find very underrated about Morphling. Whenever he's transforming into strength, he's getting buckets of magic resistance.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Did you know that if you get the 20% magic resist talent on Necro and then also have a hood, it doesn't actually give you that much more magic resist, but if you get veiled, you won't be brought down by the percentage.
Okay,
like it's very good if there's magic amplification on the enemy team.
Now this is interesting. This might be the first Roshan fight in this game and comes in a very crucial time.
Raven scouts it out with an illusion. Lotac don't want to take this Rosh right now, but they just want to make sure that Clutch don't take it themselves.
It's going to be hard though. Clutch have basically all their ultimates up. Lotac's still waiting for a lot of theirs. There's no Vendetta. Is Nyx using Vendetta right now or is it on cooldown?
It's on cooldown, 20 seconds.
Yamate seems like kind of lost around here. Might get caught by NK Spartan and lock down Yamate in the Sprout win.
Oh, support 1v1?
No,
yeah,
1v1.
No.
Oh, yes, I respect that ultimate.
Oh, come on. Let the 1v1. What are you doing?
I respect it.
What is Nico Baby doing? You let the supports 1v1.
He didn't even go for the strength
Eating his
stun.
birthday cake.
Spartan was like, dude, I might die to this. And he's like, I don't care. I'm using my Agi nuke.
It's a Spartan now with a Spirit Vessel. Now here comes the smoke. They might try to catch one more before going to the Roshan pit.
Yeah, Maiden's not a big enough pick to justify going in for Rosh.
Yeah.
It is a big enough pick to justify smoking, though, to look for a more important pick.
True.
So who's that coming down?
Torch.
Oh, Lina's coming onto the low ground if they're lucky.
For sure.
Oh, that is the absolute best hero to pick, I think. We talked about it during the pause.
Yeah, Alacrity has Blink
It's
stun.
a Spartan, Avalanche Torch, and all the spells on that Lina.
Oh, and the Scythe.
Oh my
Hey man,
God.
can you sign me a t-shirt? Of course, yeah. Here comes your Reaper Scythe.
Can you scythe me a t-shirt? Yeah, it's the free Rosh. No way that Lina's going to buy back for this. They have global up. Well, actually, they're kind of converging. I think this is a bad idea. KYXL has global.
It's too fast.
He still can buy back though. Now here comes Lina buyback and waveforms inside. Try to kill the Roshan first. And who's gonna get it? It's Nico Baby with an Aegis. And now Nyx Assassin sacrificed himself for that mistake that they made and trying to contest the Roshan.
That was a terrible idea. I don't know why they thought that would work.
That was a Lina buyback.
I think they need to buy back on Lina faster if they want to contest that. They just didn't anticipate how quickly the Rosh would fall. I think contesting that is fine just because, I mean, Rosh is pretty important. It's not the most important Rosh. There's no cheese, but yeah, I mean, you want to buy back like as soon as your team decides to contest that. At the very least, it'll cause them to leave the Rosh pit, and it's not going to die as quickly.
I guess that's true.
It's a call, you know. It's like sometimes you make a call.
Oh no, nice catching once again. I really love how Spartan teleport in this game. And now this one is going to be Ohio.
Lesh v Lesh.
Let's be Reg.
And he's got a Diabolic Edict on the Morphling now, but only for a little bit while.
His next item going to be a Black King bar.
We have a similar situation today that we had yesterday. Lack of 4 staffs.
They're getting one on Silencer. He's got one now.
I mean, Clutch are fine, but you look at Lotac, there are a lot of situations where you just want to 4-stuff someone out, but they just don't have it.
They definitely need a Glimmer too against the Scythe, and literally all of Clutch actually.
Yeah, it just seems that some of these SEA teams, they just don't value those defensive support items compared to a lot of other regions where they're quite reliant on it.
Hey man, they don't do damage. Who cares?
It doesn't do damage.
I mean, TB has the Lance, and he still hasn't opted for the Pike even.
Pike is one of the best items on TB. Just lets you save people.
Yeah.
Lets you save yourself.
But this is like the second time we've seen TB who just straight up skips it.
I think the one thing that's better than Force Staff is double Force Staff. Like the amount of distance that you can send somebody with a double Force Staff, you can take a pick off and turn it into the best fight ever.
And the worst situation is you don't have a 4-star.
That is definitely.
Yep.
It's it ranks pretty highly on the Richter scale of shitty choices in Dota.
Now they just teleport back to the top lane. There might be fight breakdown here. Avalanche, toss, global silence. There's nothing Team Lotac could do but just run away. Laguna Blade's already been released on XS Spartan. XS Spartan comes in by Raven. Raven finished one first. Alacrity gonna be the next one. Finally, 4-star comes out. Raven still moving forward into the tier 1 tower. Nico Baby turn himself into a Terrorblade. Wavestorm's inside. And Skylar comes in with Reaper side. Raven falls down. This
95 seconds.
This is great fight for Team Clutch Gamers.
Oh dear.
Oh, he bought out. He bought out the BKB. Oh my god.
He used it too.
Yeah, they weren't expecting the BKB reveal at first, but unfortunately there was no way to keep any of Clutch Gamers still. They finished off Spartan, and then Alacrity just ran away. Morphling still had the Aegis, didn't even need to claim it.
Dude, I'm 100% gonna play Necro on pubs tonight.
You feel like it?
Maybe just
it's
this
just
this
man.
making me feel. It's just like this Dagon blink. It's just, you just kill a guy for 100 seconds.
It's not just him though. Him and the Tiny are what's making this so viable.
Right.
Necro himself can't get away with this kind of stuff.
Straight to the tier
You're
3.
you're gonna have teammates, you know, in these games.
You do know what region you play, right,
That's
Jenkins?
true. That's true. I just want to play Necro, man.
Him and Alacrity are working
It's just
so well.
it makes the game so free when you scythe somebody for 100 and something. You get so much out of that.
Yeah, true that.
It's like a Terrorblade, except instead of like taking objectives quickly, you take them at the same speed, but you just have longer to do it.
Well,
Because you
Danelie, will you go out for a date with a guy who's spamming Necro all the time?
No. Because clearly that person has bad taste.
They're wrong in the head.
They're wrong in the head.
What about Spectre guys? At least a guy got some.
What if a guy had 436 games on Spectre exactly? How appealing does that sound to you?
Excuse me, sir. Only dank numbers on Spectre.
Right.
Only tank numbers.
400,
Alright.
maybe 420.
Yes.
You played 16 too
I'll go
many
on a
games,
date. I'll go on a
Xyclopzz.
date with you, Cyclops. Only if you stop picking Spectre
Smoke up
in my pubs.
about to be popped by Nyx? No. He walks away.
Ghost Rock comes out, walking up to the high
Oh,
ground
they're gonna
on
run into
smoke. Then they
Ohio.
found Ohio.
Oh, that's a dead
Ohio.
horse.
That is. Well, I know why you want to
That's
play.
another.
Necro.
That's another 100 seconds.
I have to say, what is supposed to be
Frostbite.
Ohio's role this game? Because
Wow.
he hasn't really been able to do that much in this game at all. He hasn't been able to push. He hasn't been able to contribute to team fights. He's normally the first one to die.
Nice one.
He's like HP that gets minused by the enemy team spells,
Here
so
we
that the
go.
spells are down.
We are up on the high grounds already. Tower down so quick. Tier 3 tower about to go down.
Oh, Yamada just
Down
popped
the
back.
Avalanche. Hello. Hello there.
Hello. Goodbye.
Alacrity. Ooh, look at the Nico Baby shooting so fast with the waveforms on the high ground, and he's still chewing down the low ground. Nico Baby, here comes Amanda Stein trying to push him away with a adaptive striker,
in 3
making
seconds.
some distance for himself. Lockdown and Sprouter getting
Whoa.
shot down by a lot of tier 4 towers. Now finally he's gone. He kind of lost.
What the?
I mean, I can understand why he wanted to turn into Nyx just for the carapace, but that was a bad idea. He just turned himself from like a 3,000 HP target into like an 1,800 HP target.
Yeah, indeed.
His team just completely ditched him there. It's like, all right, dude, you're in over your head. Have fun with that. Oh man, that's the carry player mentality in a nutshell. You just get this like power trip because you're so huge in the late game, and you just think everybody else is as strong as you
Yeah,
are.
that's true.
Go, 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 go!
Like,
It's
Spartan,
like, it's
what?
like,
You
dude,
only
we
have a spirit vessel? What are you doing, man?
dude, we literally can't dive tier 4s with you. What are you doing? My God, dude, I hate. If there's one thing I hate more than support players, it's carry players.
You are a carry player. Does that mean you
No,
hate
dude,
yourself?
I'm a core player.
In other words, you're a carry player. Do you
That's
hate
not-
yourself?
He's whichever core that isn't doing a bad job.
You know, they are the same. They're very similar roles now.
Obviously.
These days.
You see, the
Pretty
core
much,
player
yeah.
is a good
But you never
player.
answered my question. Do you hate yourself?
Yes. That's completely unrelated to Dota, though. That's more of like a,
Oh
a
no!
childhood
Now
thing.
somebody get caught in a river. It's Spartan. AU seems mad at him. He put on the Spit Bristle on him too. Lockdown on. Reaper side. Nope, only around 0 damage, but no problem. Got just enough damage from the Titan to jump in, Avalanche Horn, and finish him off.
These are the strangest, like, little engagements.
What's the goal here for Lotac? Because they did have high ground reached, but they did manage to at least defend most of their base.
God, I feel like they need a Terrorblade Scotty. They're just not able to chase in these fights. I mean, I guess it's because they're heroes, the Lashrak and the Lina. They would normally be disabling people and chasing them down. They're dying, so that's one thing. But
is Daedalus the
Raven
right
wants
choice?
to go on KYXY.
Oh no!
Oh.
But is Daedalus the right choice here for a Terrorblade?
I guess you know you'll do more damage in the small amount of time that they're disabled. So it's
Yeah, but only your hero, not your illusions.
the illusion's correct.
Only for like reduced damage though, and you don't get the flat damage bonus from the Demon Edge,
That's true.
Chrysalis, and all that stuff.
That is true. They do crit though.
Well, if you take
The
a
numbers will look
Yeah,
cool,
you
very cool on the
Show
screen.
me whenever Manta style Phantom Assassin becomes viable, and then I'll say that yeah, illusions critting is actually important.
Hey man,
all right.
that shit owns. You seen Jo play PA? He doesn't build anything like that.
Really?
Actually. Yeah,
Oh.
because it's terrible.
Okay then.
You are correct.
All right. Shrine gone. I'm sure to both shrine. Maybe it's time to push on the high ground. No tier 3 tower as
I mean, they're
well.
losing a lot of towers in their top lane in exchange for this, so I hope it's worth not
you think
defending.
who faster?
Terrorblade with Reflection is infinitely faster, but they're not going to push high ground. Raven's just going to take his 2 tiers on the top lane and be content.
Well, it seems like no choice for Clutch Gamers just to push to the high ground, or they just lose top towers for free.
They need to start taking control of the pit, because Roche has the potential to it could be up right now, but it's not going to be up until 2 more minutes.
Yes.
But they don't have any vision. Oh, look, someone just drew a circle. Who is that? Spartan. My boy Spartan drawing circles on the map. This is where we need to go.
So, in case, well, if Clutch Gamers win again in this
Goodbye,
series,
Nathan.
who are we going to interview?
If Clutch Gamers wins a game,
It's true.
Yeah.
We already interviewed Spartan and
we
Skylark.
can't interview either of those two.
I'd be down to talk to Alacrity.
I'd be down too.
Yeah.
I don't know though, dude. Mid players, they're also
Yeah.
They're
I don't
just
know.
young,
They
you know?
lack some personality at times.
Yeah,
they're just
they're-
like, I'm just
they're
here,
all the same.
just a boy playing the Dotes.
Oh yeah, I listened to Drake and Eminem.
What do you know anything about Alacrity's region? Where is he from?
He's
What's
Malaysian.
Yeah, he's
Malaysian?
Malaysian.
Okay.
He's been into like teams in Malaysia, mostly top 2. He get some trial in big teams too. Fnatic, you think? Alacrity.
I know Alacrity's bounced across multiple teams. I remember when he was still in Fire Dragoon as well.
Yeah.
So he's put in the work.
I remember
He
that
put
name,
yeah,
Fire
Dragoon. he's been grinding out for
The thing
around
is-
like 1 or 2 years.
The
I
thing
think
is with
he'd be
Malaysian
humble.
players, some of them don't speak good English, or they don't speak English at all. Some of them
Ah.
predominantly speak Chinese. But I think
But
with
you think Spartan and Skylark
I mean, I'm
speak-
pretty sure he speaks English because he has these. Yeah, he's got his other teammates to worry
Yeah.
about.
Spartan and Skylark just speak in like screams and
That's
like
true.
primal
They make
roars.
noises for communication.
So it's like this particular shriek means,
Oh,
oh, we got a
no.
gank.
Exactly.
Spartan, the screamer, about to get caught. Well, yeah, he's trying to cube. Look at that, left and right, showing us some fancy footwork, and then he's dead.
I would love to see a stat about how many times this one spot in between the 2 cliffs has been sentry warded, because I swear to God, every time Spartan dies, it's right in this region.
Yeah.
God, if he didn't die, he would have been successful
I
in
know.
de-warding that. He's not wrong.
Got a smoke there, and they might run into Tiny if they keep going down that route.
Just catch one more, and they got right to go into the road.
Yeah, he has to buy back.
Ooh. Do they know that they're there?
Well, he knows that Roche is up,
thinks
and he
they're
knows that
roaching, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
is off the map. So he's like, I'll use this
Oh,
opportunity
walking
to
about the
push.
high ground into the whole party. Seems like a wrong party.
Spartan's pushing high ground, so Lotac needs to do something about that. But they're going to go in for Roche.
I hear Donkey.
That was Crystal Maiden's dog.
Oh, okay.
They should make that a playable hero. Dog.
Are there any dog heroes? I guess Lycan?
No, they should make it so that there's a 3rd level, and if you get that 3rd level for the dog, she becomes a mounted combat.
They should just make it so you get like an extra unit. You have
Raven.
you can purchase it.
Got an eye on the whole party of Team Clutch
Like a
Gamers.
lone druid bear.
Oh no,
just walked by a
Chiyu and see the
sentry.
targets already, but the shrine, it still can be activated if they want to fight that. Reaper side comes out, the Chuan dropping quite low, turn on the Black King bar, die because of normal attack, turn on the shrine, they can be alive for a while, they're gaining some HP back for Nico Baby. AU walking away, chasing by Nico Baby, trying to catch that Raven, but he's on the Black King bar and teleport. Same old stuff. Throwing somebody's in with a Dagon.
Such a good fight. It's right next to the Roche pit.
Melina's dead for 100 seconds. I'm pretty sure that was her buyback death after the first Roche fight also, and so she didn't die to the scythe. She's just dead from her buyback death, and they're gonna get Roche for that.
But that's always so awkward when you just haven't died in a long time. It's like, oh my god, I died. Yeah, it's really awful now that it's just 25 seconds flat on the death timer that's added. You actually want to die to get that out of the way.
No, that's the way it used to be. Now it's however much time you had left on your old death gets added to it.
No, it's 25 seconds flat if you buy back.
That was the previous patch. Then it got changed.
In like
Okay.
7.19D?
Not D, but it was in either 7.19 itself.
It's a flat 25 seconds now.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive. If you buy back at level 1 and die.
I'm looking this up.
Okay, this is gonna be hard for Team Lotac. Skylark got another kill on the bot, making it even worse for Team Lotac to defend their bar racks. It should be 2 set racks at least. Morphling turn on the Black King bar and yep, goes in that AU.
Oh, you're right.
None of this
No,
is
yeah, you're right. It was changed into the B patch.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was like the anti-TI8.
Ah, you're right.
AU gone. That looks like they want to end the
None
game
of this,
right
none
here.
of this fighting is important. What's important to me is that I was right. None of
Oh, don't worry. You're going to get yours.
I know I will. You've already told me like 3 things I had no idea about this game. I'm glad it wasn't on stream.
Any chance to come back in this game for Lotac?
No.
Oh, that was quick.
I'm just kidding. I mean, you have a TV. There's always a chance on coming back.
You got to burn through an Aegis. You got to burn through...
I think,
that was
I think
a
the cheese
fake
got
beat.
eaten earlier,
Okay.
so it'll just be Aegis.
Reflection of TB illusion.
Can be something. Catching Avalanche Swords, Reaper
Oh my
Scythe,
God.
easy kill on that Ohio Alacrity, finish him off. Luckily, the respawn time not that long, but it would be long enough to lose all the 3 set of racks.
I mean, he's useless anyway.
Yeah, Lotac did not seem very useful this game. In the laning phase, it was subpar. They had that double stun lane, ideally, but Morphling was just dumping on them. Tiny might die.
Yeah, he trying to jump in and throw enemy out, but it was he himself getting shot down by that blade pushing out. Silence already. Where's the fight at? Oh, at the
Morphling's
bottom
just
lane.
pushing.
Nico Baby turn on the Black King bar and easily take down the Barracks.
Oh, dear.
Alright, that was pretty
He
close.
just-
That was
he
pretty
just
close.
juked him by not going to the low ground.
Yeah,
The Nick stunned as if he was going to go to the low ground.
kind of like he banging his face to the dam.
I like that, yeah.
That should be the
Oh
last
no,
ultimate.
he Laguna played
Oh, what?
the Lincolns.
They managed to kill the Morphling, so they should be alive for a while for Team Lotac.
And
Triple
he
kills.
bought back instantly.
Oh, top Rex.
Oh, he wants to put an end to this game. BOT and buyback just to take one more range strike. So it's not megas yet. Tiny's trying to take the megas. How much will they commit to this? Oh, they're committing, everyone.
Everything, apparently.
Well, there's only 2 heroes alive for Dire, so I don't blame
Easy.
him.
Make a kills already.
Oh, look at that little Terrorblade. He's so cute.
Yes, he is. And he's killing your Leshrek.
That's a cute little horse murderer.
There we go. GG.
Has been called. 42 minutes. Standard time.
Oh, that was pretty slick. Nico Baby turned into the that's terribly at the last second and sundered. And Clutch Gamers are now 5-0 in King's Cup.
Damn.
Gotta say, right, I feel this could have been a completely different game if Lotac didn't have such a wonky draft. Laning phase for Ohio was atrocious. I think he died 4 or 5 times during laning phase.
Yeah, Nico Baby was just going to town in that bot lane.
They really screwed up that bot lane. I think whenever you have a Nyx assassin, you're really going to struggle to draft an off lane that applies a lot of pressure. The hero really doesn't pressure. He just sits there, gets hit, and regens. You know, he doesn't do a lot of damage. He has a stun, sure, but it's a skill shot, and it doesn't do very much damage. It doesn't stun for that long of a duration. It's not some, like, axe that does 1 billion damage and can cut waves. It's not some lich that denies creeps. There's nothing that special about Nyx in the laning phase. He's just kind of a stunner. So if you want to pick the Nyx, I don't know about picking a Lotac, which is a usually a hero that you would want to pick in a very specific kill lineup. You want to, if you pick a Lotac, it's because you want to kill the enemy laner. That's how you apply pressure. That's how you get CS, is you threaten kills. It's not even necessarily about getting kills. It's just about threatening kills. But what threat is there if you have a Nyx with you and you're just feeding the lane?
And then your Crystal Maiden's consistently stuck up top with your Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Because Terrorblade also had a pretty bad lane as well.
I honestly feel like the Crystal Maiden plus Lotac would have been better, because then at least there's some setup for the Lotac stun. I mean, it's still not great. A lot of the time what you would want is some like Wraith King, some Venge that can do some setup stun where you just keep Sand King, like you just keep killing with the
Sand King
Lotac.
would be good. The main thing is you need something fast before Morphling can be like, oh, you're doing your 10-second cast animation, better start morphing strength.
Yeah, exactly.
Nyx has a long cast animation, Leshrac has a long cast animation. There's no way you can surprise a Nyx, surprise a Morphling, and he's just going to go full agi the whole time.
It would take a ridiculous amount of skill to the point where why are you even drafting like that? It's just you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. Like you can just pick something way easier to execute. But I mean that is the price that you have to pay when you're first phasing a Nyx to try to deal with the Necrophos.
Yeah, it was
it's
a bit
like,
tunnel
okay,
vision.
Yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck then. It's like, okay, the Necro's dealt with, but good luck dealing with my Morphling.
The Leshrac was the last pick, though, and so ideally they thought that they had something better in mind.
What can you pick with a Nyx to do well in that lane, though? I don't know. I'm not...
Actually feels like it was Ohio's choice that he wanted to play Leshrac, because watching him for over the years, I noticed that he actually does play quite a bit of Leshrac. So maybe this was his team asking him, hey, Ohio, you know, what do you feel like is going to be your best hero in this matchup?
He just felt like playing it.
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, that really does happen for sure.
But it does.
It is
does
comfort
happen.
hero for sure.
Yeah. It's one of his. I don't want to say confidently, but I feel like this is one of his heroes. You know, you give him a choice, he chooses Leshrac.
All right.
I would choose Lotac too, and then I would feed.
I mean, you played it today before you got here.
And I fed. I did nothing.
But you still won. That's all that matters.
My team won. Yes.
That was a great first game for Team Clutch Gamer. Once again, they secure another win. 5-0 Saturday. We'll take a break for a few minutes to see if Clutch Gamer can secure 6-0 before taking a long break and come back again in a few more days. But, well, we would love to see Lotac strike back on the next game. We'll be right back. 5 minutes.